Hi guys, hope you're all well. I believe in this box my nightmare has returned, my V8 engine nightmare, which I didn't want back. Said to Enginediy and Cison engines until I get a video of it running on its own radiator, on its own water pump, all that kind of thing, like you see in the videos of Johnny Q and all the others. I mean, this engine has never run properly at all. Well, after 5 months, now have sneakily send it back to me. I didn't ask for it back. I've had no videos like I asked. I have had videos of people running the engine with an electric water pump and with a fan like you'd get in a lorry. So I'm going to unbox this engine now. That's if it is the engine. I never know what it is. I'm going to unbox this engine now. And then over the next few days, I'm going to hook it all up as it says, as I've seen in the videos on YouTube and various other channels, and even Cison channels and Enginediy. I've even sent them the video showing how I wanted the engine set up to run, but they couldn't do that. They make all excuses like, oh, our engineer wasn't in and that we couldn't get to the Cison factory, and there's only one person that can go to the Cison factory, and the person I'm dealing with is Rebecca. I don't know, she's like a lamb to the slaughter, really. You try and talk to Enginediy service department, and they just say, hi Stephen, everything's fine, everything's brilliant, you send your engine back like I did and we'll give you a refund, or we'll give you a brand new engine, all this kind of thing. And as soon as I sent it back, it all changed to they're going to fix the engine and find out what's wrong with it and all that. They still haven't told me what was wrong with it, and I don't think it's even fixed. I think they just put a new board on it or whatever they're doing, and just to get rid of me, they've just sent the engine back to me, which is very, very bad because I didn't ask for it. They promised me, this is another thing, Rebecca last week actually did a refund for me. She wrote it all out and everything, and they was going to refund my full account amount, that I paid for the engine, $1,800. And she said, oh, you'll get it by the end of the week. Well, I reckon it must have been 20 minutes later, I got another message saying my supervisor won't, sign the request for me to have the refund. So I didn't get a refund. And before that, they said, they're going to give me a refund or they're going to give me a new engine, right? Now, the Engine Pro, the new one, has got valve stem seals. It's got advanced and retarded ignition, got tons of upgrades. It's got a brush to starter motor. More about that later. It's got all these, parts in it, which they were going to send me a new Pro engine. So this one, is not good. This engine was brought out. It's an old one that had been cobbled together. I got it a little bit cheaper, and it's just been a nightmare for a year. They got me to send it back with a promise of a refund or a new engine, which never occurred. Again, they couldn't do me a video like I asked. I said to them, I do not want the engine back unless you can do a video of it all running on its own radiator they sent me, which is quite a small rad. And I know it can't be done. It'll overheat. And that's what I'm going to show you. Not now, but I'll undo it, see what they've done, because I've no idea what's inside and what they've done and what they haven't done. You just cannot believe anything that Enginediy says or Cison engine. I've managed to get hold of Cison engine like once, I think, and they just won't talk to you. And it's the same with Rebecca or, Lucas. They're all Lucas at the service of Enginediy. They just repeat. I can tell that Lucas has just told Rebecca to shut me up or whatever and say everything's great, and it's not. Because they've not done a single thing that I actually wanted. I've got the last two videos I got was a guy running the engine on tick over in a vice, and it was on tick over There was no talking. They had, again, a radiator the size of that box with 2 massive fans on it. So they're not showing it running as I asked. I asked for it to be run on the small radiator that comes with it, and that I have seen in their adverts, Enginediy adverts, it's the radiator they sell for it. It should be a run off its own water pump. It should be a run off its radiator, but they can't show you that because it can't be done. I know it can't be done. But they kept saying to me, oh yeah, we do exactly that video. We'll show you everything it's done. Then we'll send the engine back. Well, all that's gone out the window now. The promise of a new engine has gone out the window. The promise of a refund has gone out the window. And the promise that they was going to send me the engine back when it was sorted has gone out the window. This engine will not be sorted. It was never going to run. They've kind of given up and they've just sent it back to me very, very sneakily without actually even asking me. So let's get this out of the box now and see if I can see any differences in what they've done. They couldn't actually tell me why the ignition boards, the whole ignition is terrible. And they, when I said to him, what have you actually done to the engine? It was very kind of like, oh, we've just got it going now. They didn't actually tell me what they have done. But it's got to be something to do with ignition, They come up with these stupid things about the wires, ignition wires being cut and all that. And I know it weren't, because my video and my YouTube channel, I do everything properly. I don't mess about. If I'm going to build something or do something, I do it properly. And this engine, I built like a watch and it's never run. Absolutely never run. And it's not my fault. It's inherently a bad design engine, which I've said, all your guys do not buy it, okay? It might look pretty and it's tempting, but it's not worth it. I've had 15 months now of this. They won't give you hardly any help. They won't give you a refund. And they're saying to me now, this is the funny part. If I make a video of the engine running how it's supposedly run, with its own small radiator and its own small fan they sent me, as on their channel and as on Facebook, as on YouTube, it's showing this engine running on this small radiator, all self-contained. Now, Cison couldn't show me that, and Enginediy couldn't show me that. So, I'm going to show the world that this cannot run on this small radiator and the small fan they've sent me. Now, they're warning me that if I damage the engine by making a video of how it's supposed to be run, I won't get any backup. Okay? Now, can you believe? Now, this is what you're working with. An engine that is supposed to be run as it is in their adverts and all that kind of thing. And if I show it running and it overheats, it's my fault. Okay, so that is the mentality of these people that you're working with. They've not actually fixed the engine. What they say, it is a viable running engine. So what does that mean? It'll start up like it did before and tick over, because all the videos have just been ticking over. No revs, nothing like that. You can't see where the pipes are going, what they're running it on. It's just so sneaky and very deceitful, and from a very, very corrupt company, which I believe starts from the top and all the way down to the bottom. So we'll undo this now and let's see if I can find anything. It'd be funny if it's not my engine, but who knows? From this company, oh yeah, Chinese writing. Well. Oh, black and gold, how nice. As you can tell, I don't want this. If anyone wants to buy it off me, they can buy it. Oh look, I've got an envelope. Is there anything in it? No. Like, it's no goodwill gestures, not for what they put me through. I haven't got anything, It'd be nice if they sent me like the switch to start it. It actually burns your finger because you can do one start and it melts, all things like that. But no, Enginediy absolutely perfect in their eyes. Well, they're not, I can tell you. And for saying to me that if I run the engine as it's supposed to be run, well, and it overheats, I've got no warranty. Well, I don't believe I've had a great warranty anyway, do you? They didn't bother putting exhaust on. You know what I mean? They took all this off, never bother putting it back. All the parts in here, you know. Why it had to run without the exhaust on, I don't know. They've not even sent me the wooden box back. I've got a cheap bloody cardboard box back. Right. That looks exactly the same as what I sent away. Apart from it's got, this is damaged, it's covered in oil or water, or it's actually soaked in water. Okay, now this is typical of Enginediy. Look at this, there's actually water dripping out of it. And this is the CDI unit. You know, what? And look how damaged it is. It's just, there's water actually dripping out of it. You know why? It's because the engine's got water in, haven't they? So they just put it in here, in the box, soaking wet. You can see in the box, it's all wet. Look, it's soaking wet. Look at it. Can you get a close-up of that? First thing I look at, look, they sent me that. All damaged. Can you see the damage on that? There's actually water coming out of it at the moment. My God. What, I'm lost for words. Look at that. That's never going to run full up with water, is it? Can you believe that? Oh, God. I can't. I just, you know, they've done away with the pipe. Used to get like small little pipes in here, which are here. Right. See them little small pipes? They used to go from there to there, but they've decided to put like these great long things on. Hang on. All this foam is wringing wet. Everything is wet and oily. All the leads are just pulled out. You see that? They're just all pulled out. All pulled out the other side. It's just been thrown in a box any old how. All the leads are out. Starter motor. Looks like it's damaged. Oh, just terrible, isn't it, eh? Just terrible. All they've done with the water pump. Let's have a look at the water pump. The water pump looks slightly different. It's covered in silicone, which must be great. Hasn't got the advance and retard on it. Oh, it's just... Couldn't even be bothered to put the exhaust on, look. Absolutely disgusting. I cannot believe it. I just cannot. The engine's soaking wet. Can you see? It's actually water. It's coming out of this engine. It's just, you know, I'm lost for words. You know, can you see my hands? Look. They're all wet. And obviously, that's not going to work, is it? Look at it. Can you, They couldn't even be bothered to put the exhaust on, look. Took the exhaust off for some reason. I can see water in here as well. Look at the water, that's come out of there. Look, that's full of water, that bag. Full of water. Look at it. And that's like the rest of the box is like that, with all water in it. It's all come out and it's gone on a CDI unit, which is never going to work again. It didn't work when it was dry, so what's the chance of it working when it's wet? 0. You know, leads are off here. We've got little bits of like, I don't know, like fuel pipe now. Hang on, let's bring this up. Let's zoom out a bit. I can't believe it. Look, we've got like bits of old fuel tube now instead of the little caps, which used to go on there. Well, they didn't actually go on there. They used to just keep falling off. So other than that, they've done absolutely nothing. Oh look, I've got a funny little thermostat housing on the top here, which is different. But I mean, another thing. Can you see that pipe there? That is a water pipe, and it's actually, it won't let no water through, because if I can try and point to it, right, it won't let no water through because it's pinched. Where it's bent over to go into that union, it's actually creased the pipe close. So there's no water going to get through the pipe because it's creased close. So, what have I got here? The V8 nightmare has come back to haunt me. We've got pipes kinked. The whole engine is soaked in water. The starter motor is, well, I don't know, doesn't look good. Looks like it's been bashed about. Probably when I hold it in a vice. There's just water everywhere. Even the oil pump there, pipe, has got like a kink in it. But the worst one is the short one on the water. It's just disgusting. I'm so upset and so angry. I've got to turn this video off now. I'm going to be straight back to Enginediy tonight. I'll show them this video and we'll see where we go from there. I'm sorry guys, I'm absolutely fuming. So, I can't run this engine because that's not going to work. The CDI unit is not going to work. But if I get that replaced, I mean, look, they've not even given me new seals for the exhaust. They're just old ones that have been in there. You know, it must have been hard work for them to put that back in there, mustn't it? Absolutely. And then just fill them up with water. Unbelievable. So, I promise you guys, when I get that CDI box, probably another 5 months, I'm going to put it on a plinth with wood, like you see in the videos, and I will put it on its radiator, and I'm going to, you know, show the world this engine running as it's supposed to be run, and see if it's going to overheat. And if it overheats and damages the engine, well, I'm out of, you know, warranty. I've got no warranty now anyway, because it's over a year old. But when I sent the engine back, it wasn't over a year old. But they hung on it and hung on to it till the warranty run out. And then that's it. And to go through this 5 months and them to send me something back like this, what do you think? Can you put it down in the comments, guys? And we'll go from there. I've got to go. I'm absolutely fuming. So I'll see you next one when, if I actually get a CDI unit, I will promise I will set this up as it's supposed to be run and I will run it. And if it goes bang, it goes bang. So, I'm out of here, guys, and sorry for another rant. It's all I seem to do these days. But this is getting to me, you know. Just don't go anywhere near this company. Okay, guys, I'll see you in the next one.